Okay, so good morning everyone. I'm here again with another video. So before I start, some things I would like to say that yes, this is not. So today, what we would discuss is that. Let me say what is the video is all about. So today we'll discuss about some tricks about the plant kingdom, as you've already seen the thumbnail. So if it's raining, it's raining outside. So please ignore the outside noise, the environmental noise. I cannot do anything. So we'll discuss today some tricks about plant kingdom and how to memorize it, because we all know that we all face some difficulties. Even I face some difficulties while memorizing plant kingdom. But yes, there were some tricks. There are some tricks so that you can memorize. And one disclaimer: this is not my tricks. I have seen many videos and then I have listed all the tricks. Okay, and this is Akash module, the module that I used, though I did not read it, but this is Akash module, right? This I used during my preparation sometimes, but since I don't have NCRT now, I have researched for it. So today I'll be teaching from the Akash module. I will discuss it. I won't teach, but I'll be discussing. And yes, if you like my content, then please share, subscribe, and like my channel, because I'm a new YouTuber and I need your support. Okay, so starting, there are some lines. So how to read biology, I'll make another video for that. But before going to that, so I would like to say that yes, before starting anything, you should make some points. These points are very important. Like here, it's saying that cyanobacteria blue-green algae is not an algae in reality. Cyanobacteria blue-green algae is not an algae in reality. Plantae under the algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. These are artificial, natural, and phylogenetic. Basis is the trick for the basis learning is that, so this is an important line. First, there may be a confusion. Cyanobacteria, somewhere NCRT has written it is an algae. First they have written, but it is not an algae in reality. This is important line, right? Okay, we will come here, but I won't discuss the entire chapter. I will only discuss the tricks, because the video itself suggests it's tricks. So the trick for the basis part here, NCRT has written that the early system of classifications were artificial. Because it involves usage of both morphological characters like habit, color, number, and shape of leaves. So it is about, like here, if you see here, the trick says pehle, that means the artificial system of classification. Pehle habit tha. Here comes the habit word. Okay, habit tha. color ko, number, shape, fourth shape, dena. Okay, dena, it's, you just remember. So pehle means it was the earliest system of classification, right? This is the earliest system of classification. That means it is pehle. We know in Hindi earliest is also known as pehle. So pehle habit tha. Pehle habit tha. This habit tha. Color ko, number, and shape dena, right? So from this you can remember the basis for artificial system of classification. Okay, now proponents were Aristotle and Linus. This I'm not discussing. What was the drawback? Okay, let's discuss what drawback was. They separated the closely related species and they gave equal weightage to vegetative and sexual characteristics, but that is not acceptable since vegetative characters are more easily affected than the sexual characters. Okay, now we'll come to the natural system of classification. What is we will only discuss the basis. Basis we'll discuss. We won't discuss the entire thing because we don't have that much time. These are short videos, short tricks, and if you say, then I'll teach the entire chapter. But okay, for now on, let's discuss only the basis of natural system of classification. So the natural system of classification, the mnemonic is, it is USAEP. What does USAEP stand for? US stands for ultrastructure, A stands for anatomy, E stands for embryology, and P stands for phytochemistry. So it is, if I say it is, okay, let me yeah, it is US stands for ultra structure, A stands for anatomy, E stands for embryology, and P stands for phytochemistry, right? P is phytochemistry. So proponents George Bentham, Joseph Dalton, you see that I'm not discussing that. Okay, now the term next is the phylogenetic system of classification. Phylogenetic, the term phylogenetic itself means it's something related to ancestor, evolution. So you can see that I'm not discussing it. Next is chemotaxonomy. Yes, chemotaxonomy. How to remember what were the basis of chemotaxonomy? See, whenever you're reading biology, you have to learn each and every, at least for NCERT. These are NCERT things. So I'm teaching that. I'm discussing it. Okay. So whenever you're learning biology, you must learn everything. That means each and every line of NCERT is important. I'll discuss one thing. A very good question I got while I was doing my FTS paper. Then at I think 2024 or 23, I got a very good question. I'll discuss it later. But okay, now let's come to that is chemotaxonomy. Okay. So chemotaxonomy, the basis is it's ATGC. What does ATGC stands for? It stands for DNA sequence. DNA sequence is the ATGC. That means adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. Right. So this is the chemotaxonomy is for DNA sequence. Then chemical nature of proteins, crystals, aromatic compounds. You can learn that. Okay. Now we'll come to here. Yes, the algae. Let's come to algae. Here's the vascular tissues are absent, so I read relevant phloem absent. Vascular tissues, relevant phloem, these are absent. Okay. Now zoospore is flagellated and motile. Zoospore is flagellated plus motile. These things you must remember. Urothrix is flagellated and same size, and Spirogyra is non-flagellated and same size. Gametes actually. So zoospores are flagellated motile gametes. Urothrix flagellated but same size. Spirogyra non-flagellated, same size. Okay. Acha. Now let's come to. So I'm not discussing these things. I wrote those things which are important. I think you should write it down separately in the book itself, so that whenever you are going through the chapter for a quick revision, those things come to your notice at first. See, I wrote here zoospore, zoosporangia. What is the pigment? Chlorophyll AB. In chlorophyce, of course, chlorophyce. So chlorophyll AB. The chloroplast is discoid plate-like reticulate cup-shaped spiral ribbon shaped. I am not discussing it. It would take more time. Storage pyrethroid already you can see that. Now comes the most important. Okay, you can also see the cell wall. Cell wall, inner cellulose, outer pectose. Inner cellulose, outer pectin. In NCERT it is pectin. Here it is in pectose. You can go through that. In NCERT I think it's written pectin. Okay. So fragmentation. These things you can see. These things I am not discussing. Okay. Now let's come to the main part. The main part is the examples part. So what is the example stating? It's the mnemonic is SUV classic car. See, I'm again discussing. This is not my what to say. Not my mnemonics. My tricks. I have gathered the mnemonics from many sources. Okay, so it is SUV classic car. What does it stand for? S for Spirogyra, U for Ulothrix, V for Volvox, C for Cara, and C for Chara or Cara, whatever you say, and C for Chlamydomonas. Right? This is the SUV classic car. This is the mnemonic. Next we come to Phaeophyce. Phaeophyce, it is chlorophyll A and C. Okay, I'm not discussing all this. You can go through this. I'm directly jumping to this part. That is that is the main part. That is the examples part, because examples is the main thing which we tend to forget, right? So what is the mnemonic? This mnemonic is self, D for defense, self defense. So what did we learn? Let's revise. What did we learn for this thing chlorophyce? It was SUV classic car, right? It was SUV classic car. And what we are discussing for Phaeophyce, it is self defense. What does S stands for? Sargassum, ectocarpus, laminaria, fucus, dictyota, right? These are the things that you can learn for this thing, that is Phaeophyce. Next, rhodophyce. I'm not discussing this. You can just go through it. R chlorophyll, D Wormeridium, marine habitats. Then all these things you can go through it. Okay, I'm not discussing. Yes, now comes the main part. The most important part is we come to this thing. What is it called? The mnemonics part. Yeah, that is examples part. So the example for rhodophyce or the red algae is the GGPP. What does GGPP stands for? GGPP stands for Gol Gappe Pani Puri. Golgappe Pani Puri. G for Gracilaria, G for Gelidium, P for Polysiphonia, P for Porphyra. See, again I'm again disclaimer is that these are not my. So all I mean to say some are mine, but all these are not my mnemonics. So I have gathered these so that it becomes easy for you to remember. I'm saying that. So it's GGPP, Gracilaria, Gelidium, Polysiphonia, Porphyra. That means the tricks that I used. Okay, so I'm discussing that. Next, how can you remember that Cara? Yes, Caragene is for red algae. This RR stands for red, so Caragene is for red algae, right? Okay. Algene and caragene are hydrocolloids. Here we can see these are all insert lines. Algene and caragene hydrocolloids for red algae, and these Gelidium Gracilaria, ice creams and jellies. Okay. Here no, we don't have any mnemonics for Bryophytes. Remember that bryophytes are jacketed sex organ. 2n sporophyte on gametophyte. 2n sporophyte is dependent on the that means haploid gametophyte. Okay. They were the first embryophytes. Important. Anything else? Yes. Now, how to remember this gemma? Gemma cups are there. Gemma cups are there in bryophytes. Right. Okay. How to remember gemma? See, gemma. G stands for gamma or gemma, whatever you say. G stands for green. Right. Green. M for multicellular, asexual. So what is gemma? Gemma is gamma is green multicellular asexual buds. Green multicellular asexual buds. See, gemma are green. Okay, let me mark it here. Gemma are green multicellular asexual buds which develop in a receptacles called gemma cups located in thalli. Right. Okay. Anything else? Liverworts? No, nothing. So just remember liverworts and Markenshire. This you must remember. Right. Now, what is the for mosses? It is PSF. For moss, it is PSF. PSF stands for Polytrichum sphagnum funaria. So mosses is PSF. PS5 you can say PS5. Yeah, PS5. Moss is PS5. So remember, Moss is a man who plays PS5. Moss is a man. Moss is a man who plays PS5. What is PS5? Polysiphonia. Sorry, it's Polytrichum. Polytrichum, sphagnum, and funaria. Polytrichum, sphagnum, and funaria. Okay, so they have protonema stage. Protonema, creeping green branched and frequently filamentous stage is protonema. Creeping green branched and frequently filamentous stage in protonema. Fragmentation is budding and seen in secondary protonema. If you want, I can share this PDF of Akash. Here, there are some questions also you can solve. If you want, then I can share. Then pteridophytes. So microphyll, Selaginella, macrophyll in fern. We have microphyll in Selaginella and macrophyll in fern. Let's not double highlight it. This is the so this is C. This is the now sporangia sporophyll. There is a very classic case of confusion. Sporophyll is the leaf. The leaf is sporophyll, right? The leaf is sporophyll. These are the sporangia. These are the sporangia. The leaf is the sporophyll, and these are the sporangia, right? Okay. Now these examples are important. Examples always I used to write in the white page, not white page. That means just we have spaces in NCERT as well as in modules, right? So I used to write that so that the first notice, because whenever there is question of plant kingdom, the maximum there are chances are coming from the examples. Heterosporous is Selaginella salvina, megaspore in females and microspore in males, right? These are important. Heterosporous in Selaginella salvina, and what we did learn here, microphyll Selaginella and macrophyll in fern, right? These you can read from NCERT. I think you should read from NCERT, not from here. Yeah, so with this we come to the end. That means of the plant kingdom and mnemonics of plant kingdom. And if you want, I can share some else. I mean the mnemonics or tricks of some other chapter too. So yeah, and I would also like to say that if you like my content, then please share, like, and subscribe. And I also have different plans to come up in the near future. And if you subscribe, share, and if I get some good growth of the channel, then of course I'll put in more efforts. Okay, so with this I would like to conclude the video. Thank you for watching.